You thought I was gone. Well, still here. Check it out. I got all checked into Los Angeles airport quite early today, so I had a lot of time to sit around here. I still got hours to go before my flight. So I thought I'd just make another video because I've been thinking about a bunch of stuff, as you do when you're going home after a long absence. So I thought I'd just tell you about it. So here we go. It's come to my attention that it would be advisable to write down some of my goals, what I want to do when I go home. Otherwise I could just end up doing nothing, and that's no good. And I read on a friend's blog today that writing down a goal doubles your chance of actually fulfilling it. So that sounds pretty good to me. So I've done some scribbling in my book. You can see that right here. And so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the plans that I have. Now, when I go home, I guess first off I have to recover from the trip, and I don't know how long it's going to take. A week or two maybe, I don't know. But I just want to begin with the things that have to be done, concrete things that need to be accomplished for me to move on and make my way in life. And I also read on a blog today that by the age of 28 most people have made their decisions about career and marriage and family and all that. Well, look at me. Nope, not yet. So I'm going to have to build my own career, but that's what I want to do, so this is okay. So as regards to writing, I know that I can write 5,000 words a day without too much stress. That's in about 5 hours using the stopwatch method. I haven't blogged about that yet, but I'll have to do that someday because it's really effective. Basically, you set a watch and write 1,000 words an hour. It's as easy as that. It doesn't work for everyone, so you may not want to try this at home, but it works really good for me. So, let's say, well, Godspeed is my work in progress. It's the sequel to Faith Awakened. It's at 11,000 words right now, and I think I need about 60 in total. So that's another 50,000. So that is about another 10 days of work if I do 5,000 a day. And that's not even doing the whole day. It's like 5 hours, so no big deal. So there's no huge rush on Godspeed because I have like these other two manuscripts that I'm going to publish first. So I would like to keep it going, but I think if I did like 2 or 3 days a month, I could get it done by, say, April. And that's good enough because I'm releasing the Space Pilgrims in June. So plenty of time. It could even be longer than that. But Cyber Dublin, I think, has got to be my first priority right now because it's kind of in limbo. It's the first draft, but it's not finished. Well, it is, so I need to add in a couple more things. And Roman Airport announcement. It's late. I don't know if you can still hear me when that guy's talking. I really hope so. I could always go like this. Hey. Okay, so Cyber Dublin is my priority. I need to finish off those sections and send it to my critique partners, those wonderful people. Hi to all of you, and thank you so much for your help. I think I'd like to get that done by New Year's because I haven't got anything else to do, and not a whole lot of point looking for a job before Christmas because it's all going to shut down anyway in the next little while. So there's that, and let's say that's 4 days work. I don't need to write 20,000 words on it, but it needs some editing, needs some fixing, needs maybe 10 or 15,000 words. Yeah, that sounds like 4 days work to me, and I can get that in December. That sounds doable. So that's that one. And then we have the Space Pilgrims. I want to get some more pre-publication reviewers. If you're a published author and want to give me a little blurb on that, let me know, because that would be really cool. And I need to make any last changes in the text and make decisions about cover design. So I'm not sure if I'm staying with the rocket ship. I don't know. I like it, but maybe we can find something better. And I need to also get other normal reviewers who are going to post stuff on Amazon and their blogs and things. So there's that. And then, to set up my publisher, I'm going to need to get a US tax number. I'm going to need to set up an account with Lightning Source International. I'm going to need to buy a block of ISBNs. need to get a PayPal account as a merchant so people can pay me for books for me. I need to decide on the name for my publisher, get a domain accordingly, and work on the website for that. And then in the more nitty-gritty practical thing, I'm not just going to publish books, I need to do other work as well. So I'm just going to do a whole bunch of different stuff. I need to check out with the New Zealand tax department how that's going to work. If I'm getting my pay from a company in America, how the taxation is going to work. I need to formulate a business plan that includes all the stuff that I want to do for people to pay me for, like website design, maybe photography. I need to get a decent camera for that, so that's okay. Maybe a bit of Windows tuition, how people use their computers. Maybe German tuition, I don't know. Maybe there's a few people in New Zealand who need some help with their German, and I speak it like a native, even if it's like a native Bavarian. Blooming announcements, it's so annoying. And eventually I do want to set up a bookshop of my own and set up some advertising and different things for that. So then there's the personal stuff. I need to learn to drive. That's a pretty big priority because the public transport in New Zealand is not good. I mean, I'm going to probably use it when I go home tomorrow, but it's not that brilliant. And then I need to look for a place to live. Depending on how the business goes, I may need to look for another job in the meantime to finance that. So I don't want to be a burden on my parents in the long term. I mean, it's great to be there for the start and stuff. I'm sure I can stay as long as I want, but it's not a long-term solution, you know what I mean? After being away for 8 years, no, don't think so. But we'll see how that goes. And I need to refresh my business accounting skills. I did do an accounting course at school, but I've forgotten every bit of it, so I need to set up bookkeeping for my business and see how that works. So that's the practical stuff. And then there's the matter of like a long-term legacy. I read this today in a blog as well. I'm going to have to link this blog because it was really good. Annie Dearden, you've got to look up that name. Well, a long-term legacy, some of it begins with the things that I just mentioned, like setting a publishing company to publish really good books and things like that, and continue to polish my own stuff so that it can really make a difference in people's lives that read it, and bring them enjoyment and escape and hopefully a bit of insight too into real life. So from there I'd like to move on and publish other people's stories too. I don't want to be a publisher like the rest of the world is a publisher. I want to be the type of publisher that chases authors rather than them having to come after me, you know. And I think I'm going to find all the stuff that I like to publish right in my critique groups anyway, because that's where all of us lost genre people hang out, and that's where I'm going to find the good quality sci-fi and fantasy that I like the best. So I want to see if I can turn the industry on its head, at least in my corner of the world, and be me chasing after the authors. After I've had some experience publishing my own stuff, of course. And then on the spiritual side, I would like to have some spiritual direction. I don't know from who. Maybe I can ask my pastor for a recommendation. She might have a good idea for me. I don't like the idea of someone telling me what to do because I've had too much of that. I don't want any kind of control stuff or any kind of restriction saying you have to do this, you have to do that, or no, none of that. But I do want to have someone taking care of me spiritually because I've been out on my own for far too long, and it's okay. And I think I've managed to keep my head, even though I've had no input from spiritual authorities. But I think I need it now because I want to also have people that I contribute to, people that I can pour my life into, that I can pour my passion, my knowledge into, so that at the end they will know everything that I know, whether that's regarding writing or publishing, that kind of stuff. It's my hope that some of these kinds of people would join me in my business. They would take my place when I'm away. Now, I don't know if this group is going to be online or in person, but obviously if they're going to join me in business, then in person would be really good to get some local people in New Zealand who would actually share my vision. And I don't know, I guess it's in God's hands really.